friends, today you are going to need your math notebook. You are going to need your volume 2 math book, and you are going to want to print out that paper, yours hopefully is bigger than mine, that says liquid measurement capacity. Okay, that is something we are going to want to put in our math notebooks. So while I am sharing my screen with you, you can go ahead and get that cut out and glued in somewhere on the next blank page of your math notebook. Okay, so today we're going to talk about liquid volume. Okay, liquid, we know, we've talked about that before. But what's volume? Okay, or sometimes we might say capacity. Okay, so liquid volume or capacity is the amount of space a liquid takes up. So it's pretty much measuring the liquid. Okay, so we'll go ahead and write our definition. Liquid volume and capacity means the amount of space a liquid takes up. Okay, and on our chart, it talks about all the different ways that we can measure liquid volume or capacity. So you probably have heard of these before. Milliliters. So if you were sick ever, maybe had a fever and mom or dad had to give you Tylenol or Advil, they would probably have done it in one of those little medicine cups, which is measured in milliliters, or maybe even one of those syringes, okay? The big one that we're going to talk about today is liters. And liters are about the size of 2 water bottles, or this water bottle is exactly 1 liter. So when you look at the picture here, it shows the soda can or bottles, not the big ones that you buy. That's actually 2 liters. Okay, so if you've ever been to Publix, or Walmart, and when you check out, you know how they have the little refrigerator with the drinks in it, like the sodas, that would be more of 1 liter, okay? So it just kind of gives you an idea. Over here, gallons, like a big jug of milk that you might have in your refrigerator. Liquid can be measured in cups, and that'd be equivalent to, like, you know, a teacup or a juice box. We've got pints and quarts. So you don't need to know all of these different types of measurements. I just wanted you to kind of have a good idea of what each measurement represents, okay? But liters are going to be the big one we're going to talk about, okay? So let's go ahead and write that one, a liter. And a liter is equivalent to like 2 water bottles, or this big water bottle, or like a jug of Gatorade. Okay, so maybe we could put that one. Not the big things of Gatorade, but the little like individual jugs of Gatorade. That would be about a liter. Okay, and a liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. Okay, so remember, milliliters are like this, 1,000 of them, okay? And then another one that we normally measure for our liquid volume would be a gallon. Okay, and that's equivalent to like the milk, the big milk jugs. Okay, guys, so I want you to keep this close by for our math today. I will keep referring back to this bottle that is 1 liter exactly. Not all water bottles are exactly a liter, okay? This is a little bit taller. One regular water bottle that, you know, the plastic ones, would probably be half of a liter. So you would have to have 2 of those. But just to kind of give you an idea, okay? So I am actually going to share my screen with you again so that we can watch our video to give us a little bit more understanding of how we're going to estimate or do our best guess on liquid volume or capacity using liters. Okay, guys?
How do you estimate capacity? What is the capacity of the pail? Capacity, or liquid volume, is the amount a container can hold measured in liquid units. 1 metric unit of capacity is the liter. This water bottle holds about 1 liter. Compare the capacity of the water bottle to the capacity of the pail. The pail appears to be large enough to hold several liters. Count how many times you can fill a liter container and empty it into the pail. Be sure to fill the liter container all the way to the top each time to make sure you get a valid measurement. This pail holds about 8 liters. You can measure to check that your estimate is reasonable. Would the capacity of the pail change if you change the unit measure to gallons? Select your answer.
All right, so let's stop and think about that. They are referring to right now, they're wanting you to think about the pail, not about these water bottles, okay? So capacity, remember, is the amount of liquid that is filled up in a container. So they're asking, would the capacity, would the amount of liquid change if we used gallons? Would the amount of liquid change in the pail? Well, no, because even though gallons are bigger and we might use less of them, it's still going to take the same amount of water because it's the same pail, okay? And they'll help explain it a little bit better too.
The capacity would stay the same, even though the unit for the capacity would change. The pail still holds the same amount of liquid.
Okay, guys, so let's stop and think about that again. The capacity would stay the same, or that liquid volume in the bucket we're talking about, or the pail, is going to stay the same. Even though the units changed from liters to gallons, no matter what, the pail is still going to hold the same amount of water, okay? All right, so let's move on to our math books. So you are going to want to make sure that you have your volume 2 math book. And while I'm sharing my screen with you, you are going to turn to page 547. Okay? 547. Right there. There it is. Okay. We are going to do a couple together. And they are pretty much just giving us different items. And we have to do our best guess of what we think the measurement, the capacity, the volume would be closer to, okay? Estimate, so our best guess. So I'm going to do just a few with you, then I'm going to send you off on your own to do the rest. So let's go ahead and look at our first one. We've got like a glass, a normal glass that you'd have at your house of milk, okay? So they're saying 1/4 of a liter. So if we look at a liter and we split our liter up into 4 equal parts, it'd be just a little bit down here. So would that glass of milk be equivalent to like about this much? Or 2 of these? So if we took this milk and poured it in here, would this milk fill up 2 whole containers, or would it fill up probably just about like to here? What do you think? So 1/4 would be just about to right here. 2 liters would be, we would pour it, and then we'd have to get another one and pour it. Which one do you think makes more sense? Take a minute and think about that. So right here, or 2 of these, just a regular glass of milk. Well, 2 liters is a lot. 1 glass of milk is not going to fill 2 liters. It wouldn't even fill one of these, okay? So 1/4 liter would be the correct answer for that one. Okay, and remember, we're just doing our best estimate, our best guess. So now it looks like we've got a pail, a metal pail. Would it take 100 of these to fill up this metal pail, or just 1 of these? What do you think? And I'm going to give you a hint. It's not a very big pail. So would we need 100 liters or just 1 liter? What do you think? Go ahead and circle what you think. Well, 1 of these makes more sense than 100 of these. Even though that might not be the exact amount, it's closer than 100, okay? Remember, just our best guess. All right, what about a bottle of juice? A bottle of juice. So just like I said, at the grocery store, when you're getting ready to check out, how they have that little refrigerator. So like a bottle of apple juice or something. Would it be 3 liters, 3 of these, or just 1? What do you think? Go ahead and circle what you think. Okay, well, I'm going to also refer back to this. If a whole bucket, and I guess it's not a very big bucket, but if a whole bucket is just 1 liter, then a bottle of juice is not going to be 3 liters. I guess it'd have to be 1 liter. That makes more sense. 1 of these, right? And then we've got a cereal bowl. Okay, well, I'm going to just think about what I know about a cereal bowl. If I dumped my cup of milk, would that make more sense? Or a whole bucket? Which one would make more sense? I could probably pour my cup of milk in there and it wouldn't overflow, right? But if I poured my whole bucket of milk in there, it's going to be a big mess. So we've got 1/4, which is the same as the glass, or 3 liters. Also think about this. If the bottle of juice isn't even 3 liters, is the cereal bowl going to be 3 of these? Not unless you're eating out of like a pig trough in the morning or something. So 1/4 liter would make the most sense. Okay, guys? So keep referring back to what we know. How this is a liter. Okay, this liter of water would fill up this bucket. Okay, this glass of milk would only fill up 1/4 of this. So go back to our fractions and think about if we split this bottle into 4 equal parts, just down here. Okay, so you guys are going to do your best estimate for 7 all the way to 14. So they show you some pictures and then they just tell you the objects, just like they did up here. Okay, we're going to do these 2 together just to kind of make sure we're doing it right. And then I'll have you do a couple on the back too. Okay, so write an estimate for the capacity of a dog bowl. Okay, well, I am thinking about Gus, my new puppy, and I don't think Gus's dog bowl would be quite a bucket full of water, right? So I'm thinking maybe like half. If you think about a liter, if I poured this whole thing into his dog bowl, it would start to kind of overflow, right? So maybe about half of a liter. So a dog bowl capacity would be about half of a liter. okay? And then they go on to a flower vase. Well, actually, how convenient for Valentine's Day, Mr. Garrett and Owen got me flowers. So I just filled up a nice big flower vase. And I would say it's pretty close to 1 liter. Maybe not quite a liter. So let's say about, maybe if we still split it up into 4 equal parts, wouldn't be quite 4, so maybe 3/4 of a liter or a liter, okay? All right, so you are doing 7 through 14 on your own. And then you are going to, on the back, do number 17 and number 22, okay? So your discussion post is going to be 3 different problems. It's going to be on Schoology for you, but I also want you to write it here. So your discussion post is going to be 22. So put a DP so you know. And then let's flip it over and let's pick 2 here. Which 2 do I want you to tell me? Let's go ahead and do the bathtub. So number 12 is going to be a discussion post. And how about the juice box? Okay, so your discussion posts, and remember it's going to be on Schoology, are numbers 10, 12, and 22. Okay, guys? All right, we'll have fun estimating our liquid volume or our capacity. Please make sure you have mom or dad check your work, okay? If you have, you might have to ask mom and dad, but maybe they have something around the house that is equivalent to a liter, get it so that you can kind of eyeball it and visualize it, okay? Also, have your notes next to you so you can kind of refer back to that if you need to, those little pictures. All right, friends, I will talk to you later.